My Roommate Mario was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Oh, Mario, I'm home. What are you up to? Oh, I'm just eating some mushroom risotto. Oh, Mario, you sure do love your mushrooms. What did you get up to today? Well, I went outside and I killed a turtle. Mario, you can't just kill innocent turtles like that. Innocent? I believed it to be a Koopa Troopa. I could have been killed. Any more shenanigans, Mario? Yeah, I was trying to go somewhere, so I naturally went to find some pipes, but alas, they were too small to go down. How can I ever grow accustomed to your human world? Aww. Oh, Mario, don't worry. Just take a look at this webcomic by Tim Buckley. It'll teach you everything you need to know about being a gamer in the world like me. Thank you, Pufferfish. We're out of milk, by the way. Yeah, okay. Hey, ho ho, welcome to the show. Hey, ho ho, welcome. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of guys hanging out and talking about thingies with their gamers. Today, we're going to be doing another episode of a webcomic, taking a look at the Thingamaroo series, because the Game Grumps video is taking a very, very long time. I said I'd be done recording it in February, and it's not even halfway done by the time I'm recording this. So I was surprised that a few of you in my live streams talked about wanting me to do some more webcomic Thingamaroos. So here we are. We're looking at it. We're having a good time. I thought that, this would be a good idea to do this in between, so, you all don't think that I'm just abandoning everything again. Today, we're taking a look at CTRL ALT DELETE, the gamer comic by the illustrious Tim Buckley. I never knew much about CTRL ALT DELETE, and I never read any CTRL ALT DELETE. Anything I saw of it was mostly just memes. I do know that they made an animated series at one point, and the only reason I know about that is because good old Mr. Enter made a video reviewing that series. And I don't even remember anything about the animated series, so we are really kind of going into this blind. The only thing I know is that they make a cake is a lie joke at one point, and in the intro of the series, Anyway, so we're starting off, a lot of text here, but we have two friends. I gotta think of what I'm gonna give the dark-haired guy's voice.
Zeke.
Well, DC pretty much confirmed that they'll be rebooting Dark Knight again after The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know if Batman's personality can take another reboot. What do you mean? Look at the history of Batman on the screen. First, Adam West's Batman, our theoretical 0 point. A little goofy, a little campy, but overall a pretty normal guy. Then Keaton's Batman. He's a little more serious, and we see hints of a couple of psychological skeletons in his closet, but overall not too tortured. Now we have a Christian Bale's throat cancer Batman with his whole I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you super serious dark thing. At this rate, the next reboot will be 2 hours of Batman sitting in a corner, growling to himself and twisting the heads off of newborn kittens. Well, nobody's seen a script yet. Maybe in this version it was a kitten that shot Bruce Wayne's parents. Okay. Oh, okay. We're definitely in for something here. Definitely no jokes, It seems just like he's kind of just, venting to himself about the Dark Knight. I don't even know what this is referring to. This is back in 2012. So I don't know. They didn't reboot the Dark Knight trilogy besides the Batman movie, but I don't think that's going to be a trilogy. So I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, okay. I mean, is this supposed to not be funny? I get if they tell jokes that I don't like. They aren't even trying to tell a joke. Maybe this is a joke. A kitten. It was a kitten that shot Bruce Wayne's parents. That's a little bit funny, I guess. Whatever. 2012. Tim Buckley. You all are so critical. Come on now. Let's try to give him another chance. Ah, sweet savage. Shall I take you home with me? Yes, I believe I shall. And I'll love you and feed you and play with you a whole freaking lot. Haha, missed me, suckers. You couldn't hit the broadside of an Xbox, you lousy noobs. Ah, I regret that I have but one life to waste on video games. What? Dude, what is this video game? Savage. Sweet Savage. I've never heard of Savage before. That's funny, though. It's not even funny at all. That's why I'm laughing. Oh, man. Okay, this is 2003. This is kind of like the gold age, really. The gold age of Control Alt Delete, I would think. They're talking about the Xbox and PS2. That really takes me back, huh? 2003. I was literally freaking 5 years old when this webcomic came out. Okay, well, overall, I mean, I think it's probably kind of funny for 2003. Then again, I don't know why. Oh my god. Is this going to be all, like, obscure video game references? Because, like I said, I don't know anything about Savage. I hope that, like, him getting shot with arrows isn't a reference to Savage or something. But okay. Good old Tim Buckley. He's fine. Is this a self-insert, by the way? Or is this not supposed to be him? Oh my god, I think this is a... So, at some point in this series, the whole webcomic, I do know this, the whole webcomic went through, like, a reboot, where it became a lot more serious and very much serialized and not episodic. So, like, there's very overarching story that's going on. So we might run into these. Keep that in mind. I think that they're still supposed to be comedies to an extent. If I read this and it's, like, super serious or whatever, then keep that in mind. We'll be out of you here soon enough. Your cargo will still be here. We aren't taking anything that belongs to you or your boss. Are we clear? Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you too. I know a guy here that can... I know a guy here that can cook up a fresh registration for the ship. New name too. In case anyone here decides to hold a grudge. Thump, thump. Let the Moxu know... Oh my god, this is intense lore. Let the Moxu know where the ship is now, and I want to get our payload and be on our way. Gort, impersonator Fred, you know that could bring a lot of unwanted attention our way. Hey now, I'm not exactly impersonating. But you aren't a marshal anymore either. Hey, bullets aren't free, right? Figured I could just save us a few creds. Alright, yeah, this was definitely one that's in the canonical thing. Pretty good art style. Change to the art style. Obviously, you know, don't know what's going on. He kills a guy. Or he doesn't kill a guy. He stuffs him in a trash can. And I guess they're using credits, which is something they use in all sci-fi movies. Whatever. Not many jokes. It's fine. Whatever. We just don't know the lore, guys. It would be really great if we knew the lore. This would be gripping. This would be gripping if we knew the lore. So don't even judge. No judgments. Okay. This one seems a little more promising. This is the same guy, just with a new hairstyle. Who freaking drew this? This is completely different. Good morning. So, how was the beach, man? I had a great time. But Ethan did not? He told you? Well, it's not so much that he told me as that I heard him sobbing like a little girl while he was getting dressed this morning. Yeah, he got a pretty nasty sunburn. So how did you even get him here in the first place? I told him it would be just like DOA, Dead or Alive beach volleyball. He didn't flip out when he realized you lied? Actually, it was just like Dead or Alive volleyball. I need to go to the beach more often. Dead or Alive. Okay. Okay. I know Dead or Alive beach volleyball is like, you know, it's about like dating some honeys and they're like all sexualized. You know, they popularized the jiggle physics, of course. I heard him sobbing like a little girl when he was... So he got a sunburn. Is that literally the whole joke? That he got a sunburn? So is the joke literally that he's like, I told him it'd be like DOA beach volleyball, and it was like DOA beach volleyball. And so I liked it because it was like DOA beach volleyball. It's so dumb. Because here's the thing that's irritating. It's like it's trying to tell two different jokes at the same time. Okay, it would be funnier, I think, and this made like 2003, so let's calm down a little bit. But like, it would be a little funnier if he was sobbing because it was so intensely like DOA beach volleyball. Like, that's what I would think would be the joke, right? Because it's like, it was just too intense for his little eyes because he's like a little virgin gamer. I don't know, man. I don't really know what it's trying to do with this. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, okay. 2003 again. Let's not be around bush. All right. Ooh, this one looks a little promising. New character. All right. You look really great.
Thanks. You look pretty good yourself.
Once you clean the skid marks off.
Don't make me run over you again.
Okay, we can assume that she hit him with his car. That's fine.
This place is really nice.
Yeah, they have great pasta and... Damn it, Ethan, stop breaking shit. Sorry.
It was just a waiter dropping a plate.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Sort of a reflex reaction.
I see. A mischievous pet?
Well, you know, I don't think I'd be surprised if I caught him drinking out of the toilet. It's Ethan. So I guess the main character's name is Ethan, maybe. Cool. I'm trying to, again, so these are like 4-panel. It's made in 2004. Maybe I should stop using that as an excuse, because obviously humor still existed in 2004, but maybe just the idea of these sorts of webcomics weren't formulated very much yet. So I guess the meme is that this black-haired guy is like, you know, the like calm and collected one, the more like put together one. Then Ethan's more like the greasy little computer gremlin. Which is fine. That sounds like a pretty fun idea. So I guess the whole joke is like, you know, Ethan's a greasy computer gremlin, which is kind of funny, I guess. Another new guys.
We're gonna start streaming games. We want to be the Netflix of video games.
Very well. Take 5, Netflix. Oh, dude. Then, you know, there's a little bit you know. So, another one, even if, okay, look. Even if I knew the reference of GF, right, is the joke literally just that Netflix is like sucking off Comcast? I mean, I guess that is the whole joke, but like, it's just saying a thing and then it's doing something. I guess I say that that's like what every webcomic is. So he's just like, okay. It's just like there was no point in these first 2 panels, right? Am I just like insane? What's the point of having these first 2 panels? We're gonna start streaming video games, and then Comcast is like, okay, like what's even the point? You could literally just cut GF out of this freaking whole webcomic completely, and then just have the guy call him Netflix, and then that's the whole joke. Like, here's what keeps happening in this. I feel like they're trying to make like a reference. So like they're doing a setup, but they're not setting up what the punchline is. They're doing a setup, but it's just like the punchline is completely separate. And it's not even like in a Divergent sort of way. It's like, I guess I didn't expect it, but it's, you would expect this comic to obviously be something about GF wanting to stream games, and we want to be the Netflix of video games. Oh, so maybe the joke is that GF doesn't want to suck off Comcast. I getcha. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, pretty good, I guess. I guess once I understood the joke, I actually tried to tell a joke. So can I even be upset? No, I can't be upset. Connor is stupid. Whatever. Maybe if we get that watermelon away from him, maybe then he'll snap out of it.
He's always got it with him, though.
I may have a plan. Ethan.
I've got nothing to say.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot what his voice was.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Dear God, your Xbox is on fire.
What? Hang in there, baby. Papa's coming.
Yoink.
Yoink. What?
Eee! Rupert, melon theft. Okay, pretty good. Probably the best one so far. Kind of. Where he references the yoink. And he's like, you know, steals Rupert, the melon, the funny little melon with the little drawn on face. That's funny. And then we get, you know, some of the girl character. That's fun. The girl gamer. I think that the melon, because I do remember the first webcomic, the very first webcomic of Control Alt Delete, has Ethan and this other guy sitting on a couch playing a game with 3 people. And the third person was this melon guy. So I guess, you know, he's becoming too emotionally attached to this melon by the name of Rupert, apparently. And then it's like melon theft. That's kind of funny. We got the setup. We got the little gamer reference. We got the gamer reference. I guess he's an Xbox boy. That's so cool. Oh man, the freaking art style is so goofy too. All right, good stuff. Enjoyable, kind of good, kind of decent. Best one so far. Funny. Why funny? Well, I liked the part where he like references the yoink because he actually says yoink. I think that this was kind of goofy though. We don't need him to yell melon theft. That's a little bit just like too goofy. Anyway, but good, whatever. Good old Tim Buckley. Oh, this is the robot character, I think. Yeah, this is another one of those canonical ones, but we're still going to roll with it. Just keep in mind that this is probably going to be serious. So I reviewed I Love You by just reading like 2 freaking comics of it. Come on, guys. Let's not be too upset.
Flesh is a design flaw.
Shit. Oh.
No time, every playback, and dying it hurts every time. All broken, compromised, damage, too much damage, did no time.
And then a little yeah, okay. That's fine, whatever. This one's not supposed to be funny, but I like the style change. This was made in 2022. I like that. It's a really good improvement here, man. Very fun stuff. I think he's probably is better at making the these long form comics than he was at making the short ones. I feel like there should be some funnier ones here. I kind of want to find some more short form ones. Hello? Oh, hey there, Lila. Trouble? Oh, you might say that he... Perfect. What's perfect about? Yeah, I think I may know where to find him. Hold on. Your fiancé wishes to speak with you.
Hi, honey.
What have you done?
It's not as bad as it sounds. You've sealed yourself inside a cube. What were you thinking? Do you have food, water, air?
Sure, well, 7 days worth anyway.
Are you in immediate mortal peril? Are you going to die in that cube?
I don't think so.
Good. We'll talk when I get home then. Click. If mild annoyance got me 3rd place in my last tournament, then locking himself in the glass coffin should be good for at least 1st place here. Time to own some nooblets. Nooblets.
Oh no. Funny. I mean, nooblets. Come on, man. Need I even say anything? Funny. You know, kind of funny. Hi, honey. Oh, that's so funny. It's so stupid. A lot of the time, they're just goofy because, like, the characters look so wonky, and everyone's just like, you know, goofy. I like how like they gave him like this little like eye baggage thing here, where he looks like he's literally strapped to like a weird torture device thing. That's so funny. Pretty good one. Another decent one. This seems a little wordy, just for the setup of her being like, I should get at least 1st place here. Time to own some nooblets. Definitely a little wordy, but you know, pretty good. Another pretty good one. Enjoyable. Overall, Control Alt Delete. What can even be said? This is like the gamer's guide to, you know, being alive by the man, myth, and legend Tim Buckley. What more can even be said about this comic? Overall, I feel like if you get into like these newer ones, they'd be a lot better. I definitely think they've probably improved, but they just haven't been as funny, which is probably good. Because doing like a 4-panel setup just for like a goober to go on a tirade about something. I would say probably the best joke one in retrospect was the Netflix one, just because it had a cohesive plot line to follow. You know what I'm saying? It had an unexpected thing, and there was stuff left to the imagination with that. Even though it wasn't funny, but it was just kind of a clever joke, I guess. Like I've said before, these aren't really reviews for Tim or the people who make the comics. This is more for people who want to make similar comics. So if you want these sort of like slice of life, sort of, you know, gamery, nerdy comics, I guess, if you want to, I feel like that's kind of tapped out well. You know, I would say overall, so if you're trying to make like something that has an overarching story, but you're presenting them in a sort of 4-panel format sort of way. Like, for example, they're not like this one, Confidence Part 20. You know for a fact that this is Part 20 of a 20-part comic, you know. So if I read this and there's not, I have trouble understanding what's going on, then that makes sense. And there isn't like a through point through all the 4 panels. That's fine. Even with like Crash Zoom, if you remember that webcomic, each page tried to have an overarching joke. So even if you're doing an overarching story and you're telling a big story, each page should have just that 4-panel setup and then have like an ending joke. That's just all to say CTRL ALT DELETE did not do a very great job at that. Even on the ones that were supposed to be self-contained, there was like way too much setup for the joke, and then the punchline wasn't even, it didn't even seem worth it. That's probably why the Netflix one was probably the best one, because there was like not much setup needed. It was just like the 2 panels and then boom. Yeah, just a little too much setup for all the jokes. The payoff wasn't super amazing generally. And even in the large like stories, it's probably always a good idea to try to like follow that 4-panel format and try to, you know, get a good joke, at least one good joke in the 4 panels, or do like a through line of a setup, especially if you're releasing them like not necessarily in a book, but like this online. So anyway, let me know how much of a gamer you are, or gamer minds. There actually wasn't a lot of gaming references in this comic too, which I'm a little disappointed. I went to see some Marios. I went to see some Zeldas. They're just like, you know, games in the background. So let me know what your thoughts are though in the comments down below on CTRL ALT DELETE. I don't think a lot of people like this webcomic, but you know what? It's probably better than a couple that I've looked at. I would say it's a little worse than Sarah Scribble's comics. So there we go. I put it right below that. I don't rank them, but but let me know again your comments down below. And thank you all for following me in this gaming journey, much like the illustrious guy who sang that song about his life being a video game and wrote it in prison. All my life, I'm still collecting coins. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.